begin quickly out wide. It's looking for the lead. Sneak Peek's got some early speed, and they clearly cross Lombo Bella Petite. The favourite's going to roll to the lead by the post the first time. Up to fourth, Catasopos, and over on the pegs, fifth is Class Personified from Royal Maid as they go into that first turn. Then Kathy on the inside. Drifting back was Lombo Lucida, also went to the pegs. It's third last. Around it was Indiana Lombo, and settling second last, or third last, Donna Lombo won off the pegs. As they turn into the back, 1,700 to travel. Indigenous in front with John Keldo. Leads by more than a sulky's length with Sneak Peek on the peg second. And then without cover third was Catasopos. Three back the inside, Lombo Bella Petite, and around it was Royal Maid. Four back the inside is Class Personified, and then came Donna Lombo from Kathy, and on its outside, Indiana Lombo. Last is Lombo Lucida. 36.2 the lead time. They have about 1,400 metres to travel, and the favourite is in front, Indigenous. And it leads the way by 5 metres on Sneak Peek, and Catasopos is without cover. Fourth on the inside was Lombo Bella Petite, and then Royal Maid, the stablemate of Catasopos in the 1-1. Lombo Bella Petite, three back the inside as they swing in past the 1,200. Donna Lombo, three back the outside. It covers up Class Personified, and then came Indiana Lombo, second last Kathy, and last is Lombo Lucida. 31.8 the first quarter of the last mile, and Indigenous has had a pretty good run, this favourite. Leads the way from Catasopos at the leader's wheel now, and Sneak Peek is third. Then going up three wide, Donna Lombo around Royal Maid, and then three back the inside, Lombo Bella Petite as they swing out of the straight. Then Indiana Lombo. Next is Class Personified, second last Lombo Lucida, and Kathy is back last. Passing the 800, second quarter in 32.1. Indigenous is the one to beat. It's had a good run, this favourite, and leads 4 metres. Catasopos is second, and third Sneak Peek. Out three wide, Donna Lombo. Royal Maid in the centre. Lombo Bella Petite, three back along the pegs. And then out wide on the track beyond midfield, Indiana Lombo from Lombo Lucida. Kathy went for a gallop, went back in last position. And Class Personified held up the peg second last. Indigenous, 400 to go, is 3 metres in front. The third quarter was 28.6. Indigenous held together. Leads from Catasopos. Donna Lombo's under pressure wide. Sneak Peek is off the bit, and then came Royal Maid. Lombo Bella Petite held up. Into the straight, though. Indigenous a clear leader. Straight and 5 metres to Catasopos, who sticks on gamely. They've raced away from making ground, Indiana Lombo and Kathy down the outside. It's Indigenous clear with 100 metres to travel. Catasopos can't get it. Kathy's made up good ground, is challenging for second, but Indigenous wins again. She's building up a most impressive record, Indigenous, and drew clear to beat Kathy, who was a big runner. Jumped out of its gear at the 400. Got home hard to get second from Catasopos, and then Royal Maid and Lombo Bella Petite, Lombo Lucida, Donna Lombo, then Sneak Peek, Indiana Lombo, and Class Personified. Final quarter, 30.8.
Number 6, the winner at Moonee Valley. Runners on their way to the boxes at Wentworth Park. Late Mail, best bet of the night for mine. Number 3, Tourist Dan. Very unlucky last week. He should have won last week, and I think he can.
And they're both going very well. There's the Late Mail again. 4, 7, 8 and 2 here from Adam. In one of the features tonight, the Crown Casey Classic. And now the runners arriving at the start at Wentworth Park. This is the NCA Gold Cup Heat 1. And there's the dibs at Albion Park. And the distance, of course, 7:20 there at Wenty. Now there's the dibs at the Meadows. Royal Cotton Fawn Titles, Azzy Princess. And just complete them. We'll see if we'll get Newcastle. We've just got those up. Okay. And Pearl Laricki is the favourite for this first heat, in front of Slick Appeal into 3:30, and then Nimmerway 4:50 and Sweet Alabama at 6:80. And Pearl Laricki the favourite. Now Dean, just repeating the Late Mail there, 7, 4, 5 and 3. Okay, let's take you to Paul for Heat 1 of the NCA Gold Cup.
Yes, Chris, this is a time-honoured event. It's over 720 metres. We have 2 heats this evening. The first 4 qualify for the final here next week. We have a marvellous field here in this first heat. You've got the youngster Sweet Alabama on the way through. Nimmerway, the youngster which managed to win the heat and the final of the big cup here the other night over the 720, the Association Cup, to become the first greyhound that I can recall only having 2 distant starts and being able to annex the Association Cup. And then, of course, you've got Sweet Token, as with Sweet Alabama, on the way through. Slick Appeal, the old hard-headed dog. He's there, the veteran of 92 starts, and Pearl the Ricky, which loves this circuit, where it's won 19 from 57. So as far as the field is concerned, you know, you've got all of this quality in the first heat. Kadisha Lad, of course, was a representative of New South Wales in the National Distance Championship. Winsome Duchess out of the very good bitch Winsome Blue and trained by John Finn. The favourite here at the moment at $3 even is Pearl the Ricky, 410 Nimaway, 340 Slick Appeal. Now they're about to move into the boxes here for race number 4, as we have Kadisha Lad and Nimaway about to take up their places. Locked away is Winsome Duchess. Sweet Token is ready. Slick Appeal's in. Winsome Duchess on the outside is ready. First heat of the Gold Cup. First 4 through. Green light. Money on its way. They're all set. Ready. And racing, spearing the lids, Nimaway in the centre, Pearl the Ricky last to go, showing speed as Slick Appeal from the outside. Next the inside, Sweet Alabama, Kadisha Lad. Pearl the Ricky has improved, now it's got 2 behind it. They were Sweet Token and Winsome Duchess. Down the running the first time, and Slick Appeal railed up and grabbed the lead from Nimaway. 4 or 5, Sweet Alabama, Kadisha Lad. Pearl the Ricky is biding its time on the inside for the run. It was cut out well back as Winsome Duchess, and Sweet Token, the tail ender, as Slick Appeal has dashed right away. It's Slick Appeal, 10 in front off the top corner. Second is Nimaway, Kadisha Lad, Pearl the Ricky, Sweet Alabama, Winsome Duchess, but Slick Appeal is going to absolutely romp home. Good go for the Miners. Nimaway's going to qualify, and so will Pearl the Ricky, but the Slick Appeal won by 10. Nimaway second, Pearl the Ricky third, Sweet Alabama fourth. Next home was Sweet Token, Kadisha Lad, and Winsome Duchess was the tail ender in 42.34, and that has got to give the record of No Way Gloria a nudge. No Way Gloria 42.35, 42.34 by 1/100th of a second. It is a new track record to the fleet-footed Slick Appeal by Golden Currency out of For the Boys, owned and trained by John Wilson of Lake Munmora. Fabulous performance, obviously had to be going quickly because at the top turn, Slick Appeal just surged away from the field, and that was the end of the section. So Slick Appeal is the winner. Slick Appeal, owned and trained by John Wilson of Lake Munmora by Golden Currency out of For the Boys, and has run 42.34, a new track record, standing by for the margins. The number 2 has run 4th, that is Sweet Alabama. So Sweet Alabama qualifies. 9 3/4 was the winning margin. 9 3/4 by a half for the margins. 9 3/4 by a half, and the time 42.34. All right, we're standing by for the tote dividends to be semaphore on 7, 5 and 4. Well, what can you say about that? I thought there were 2 very important features of that race. Slick Appeal's come off.
Okay, we'll have to leave Paul there, but Slick Appeal on fire tonight. That was a brilliant performance and a new track record. And there you have it after Heat 1 of the NCA Gold Cup.
Tailor-made Lombo, 7 Lombo Repeater and 8 Johnny Wizard, not just for tonight, but they'll be in the Hunter Cup here next week, most probably. Race 5 at Moonee Valley. Here's Dan.
Set for the Crown Casey Classic. Green lights up, they're racing. Getting out of the gate pretty quickly out wide was Gabermoosh. It's trying to hit off Lucky Ardrey, and it's driven out with a whip, drew a length in front of Lucky Ardrey. Out wider coming across now was Art Gallery. Gabermoosh went to the lead as they swing out of the straight. Caught out wide was Lombo Rapida towards the tail of the field. Cameroon was eased back, and it'll settle down last. But it's Gabermoosh going clear, leads Lucky Ardrey, and on the outside was Art Gallery third. Fourth at the moment, Monamigo, and making a move is Tailor-Made Lombo in front of Lombo Rapida. And then came Johnny Wizard over on the peg. Second last is Cameroon, and TCW was back to last. Lead time 35.3. Gabermoosh in front. Going up to second is Tailor-Made Lombo. And on the pegs, third, Lucky Ardrey. 3 wide is Lombo Rapida. And she'll be looking for the position outside of the leader very shortly. She'll get there. In 5th is Art Gallery. And then 5 metres to Monamigo. Next is Cameroon. Second last is Johnny Wizard. And 5 metres away, TCW. Approaching the 1,200 metres. And Gabermoosh is the leader. Out wide, a Lombo Rapida about to go up to second. So Tailor-Made Lombo will end up with a perfect run, 1 by 1. And over on the pegs behind the leader is Lucky Ardrey. Art Gallery 3 back the outside. The pegs is Cameroon. Then Monamigo. Second last is Johnny Wizard, 25 metres from the lead. And TCW last. First quarter in 29.3. A lap out, Gabermouche 2 metres in front. Lombo Rapida has done some work, but that's not uncommon for her. She is very tough. On the inside, Lucky Ardrey. 1-1 is Tailor-Made Lombo. She's getting a lovely sit now. And then came Cameroon, Art Gallery, Monamigo. Johnny Wizard second last, and TCW whips them in as they work past the 800. 31.3 the second quarter, and the leader is one of the bolters, Gabermouche, at odds of $43 on Super Tab, and it leads from Lombo Rapida. Third, Lucky Ardrey. Fourth, Tailor-Made Lombo. Now Johnny Wizard going up midfield, 3 wide around Art Gallery, and on the inside Cameroon, and then TCW, and Monamigo's back to last. 500 left to travel, and Gabermouche running a cheeky race, led 4 metres. Lombo Rapida's off the bit, given a few cracks with a whip second. On the inside, Lucky Ardrey. Here comes Tailor-Made now, whizzing up 3 wide. Johnny Wizard has the back of her, and then Art Gallery and Cameroon as they round the bend. They still have to get to Gabermouche though. Third quarter, 29.1, and Gabermouche straighten up a big leader. Second, Lucky Ardrey. Tailor-Made Lombo. Lombo Rapida can't go on. Gabermouche in front. Lucky Ardrey 3 metres away. Cameroon making ground. Gabermouche in front. Cameroon driving through, but Gabermouche all the way. Gabermouche and Tony Zaria have won at big odds and beaten Cameroon and Lucky Ardrey. Then came Tailor-Made Lombo, Johnny Wizard, Monamigo, and then TCW with Lombo Rapida and Art Gallery. Final quarter 29.6, and the mile rate in 1:59.
Well, big odds. Gabermouche caused an upset, $43 and $4.90. Cameroon and Lucky Ardrey, that's going to pay something, 5-3-1. An upset result in race 5 at Moonee Valley. Now at Ascot, they're almost set. Old Comrade at 380. Kensal Bay is at 440 and Clementi at 560. They're almost set there at Ascot. Only a couple to move in. Let's take
Sydney, and then Challice, Unopposed and Magic Tears. They're about to be boxed. This is the Futurity final, 40,000 to the winner. 1, 4, 8 and 3 from yours truly. Let's go up and join Paul Ambrosoli for his call.
About to jump. The 2002 Futurity final, and they're set. Ready and racing. Magic Tears began poorly. Best away arm is proper. Hot Show Lil getting through as Unopposed. Challice, City of Sydney caught wide from Magic Tears. Gonna do tricks. And the tail ender was Persian Bill. City of Sydney checked, heading into the back straight. The leader is arm is proper. 2 on Unopposed. Moving up is Hot Show Lil. Magic Tears just behind them. A gap Challice. Next is Persian Bill. Gonna do tricks. City of Sydney. Here's Hot Show Lil closing in on arm is proper. And the Peter Giles trained Hot Show Lil has dashed away, and it's the Victorians that are going to win the Futurity. Hot Show Lil by 4 or 5 lengths. Second Unopposed, and third's tight. Magic Tears with the fast finishing Challice from City of Sydney, which made up heaps of ground from Persian Bill. And Gonna Do Tricks was the last one home in the Futurity. 30.08 the time. 30.08 and victory going to number 3, the wide Hot Show Lil. 3 wide Hot Show Lil is the winner. Was able to get the run through as they went into the back straight, and at $2.80 the favourite was never in doubt from that point onwards. To the checks, Unopposed has run second, and for the blue, Magic Tears in third position, followed by number 1, 5 and 6 for the Superfecta. 1, 5 and 6 for the Superfecta. The winner by Awesome Assassin out of Street Latin, owned by Stephen Genovic and trained by Peter Giles of Victoria. Unopposed, D. Swain, and Magic Tears, P. Bergini take out the minor placings. Here are the
close to a start. 2030.
She works on his track where Andy and Kieran are basically neighbours, but they share the same training track. Peter's got some queries about her, I've got to say that, over the strong sort of 2-mile trip tonight. He believes the key to the race will be if Take a Moment can get in front of La Cucaracha, get around up near the leaders and make it a truly run 2-mile race. And I think what Peter says makes a lot of sense as we have a flashback to race 5 at Moonee Valley. And yeah, exactly, just in case Sam Nanai needed to see the dividends to do the calculations on his winnings. All right, we've got 190 on the tote La Cucaracha, but Sam, you've mentioned it's still very good value. Take a Moment at the $3.80.
Just going back to what you said to Peter Manning, whose opinion I obviously respect greatly, I think Take a Moment's better with a sit too. So that's where it could become a bit of a catch-22 or cat and mouse game if they try and destroy each other.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Terrific close-up of some of the competitors. That was Sterling Kiwi coming towards us, number 13, Last Sunset. And Sterling Kiwi, well, he's a very interesting runner in this race. He was absolutely terrific going back probably 4 or 5 months ago. He was near on unbeatable in that phase of racing he had. They were talking about taking him over to New Zealand for the Dominion Handicap, which was run in November. They didn't go across. He seemed to lose his way. He's had a lot of problems with niggling back injuries. But hard work by trainer-driver Robert Hamilton has turned him around for this series. And look, if he could get to the front and there were some cat and mouse tactics with the favourites, then he's well and truly capable of blowing them out.
Absolutely no doubt. His run last week definitely proved that.
Son of Flair's a lovely trotter on the way up. He galloped away and lost 30 metres at the start and then had to make a long 3-wide run to get into the action last week. And he battled on very, very bravely to not be beaten far at all at the finish. There he is at $16, Son of Flair. He's drawn barrier 1. Keep an eye on him. Make sure he gets away safely if you're on him. Into $1.90 La Cucaracha and $3.70 now for Take a Moment. Here's Dan for the Australasian Trotters Championship, sponsored by our own Sky Channel.
Back markers off 30 metres. The mare La Cucaracha and the Inter-Dominion champion Take a Moment. $1.90 La Cucaracha, $3.70 for Take a Moment. Close to a start. Distance of the race, 3,050 metres to the winning post and then 3 laps. Cool Fortune to come up. It's a huge run from him last week to qualify after galloping at about the half mile. But at big odds tonight. Take a Moment comes up to its position. They're just about set. Son of Flair, drawn 1 on the front line. Trotters up to their marks, away they go. Take a Moment swung sideways, went inside the pegs at the start. Take a Moment did. And anyway, La Cucaracha stepped away okay. So did Waikery Gold. Goes to the lead as Regal Boy went up to second. Wider out was Truscott Steel. West Texas Crude went to the pegs and will end up behind the leader. Then Georgian Flight, 3 back the inside from Son of Flair. Shack Attack, 5 metres Sterling Kiwi. Alabama's Idol went off stride. It gallops back to last, giving away at least 20 metres from the pack as they turn out of the straight. So Sterling Kiwi beyond midfield, outside Cool Fortune. Then Jerawara, 6 metres to Last Sunset. Then Take a Moment La Cucaracha. So Take a Moment got through on the inside of La Cucaracha, and 20 metres away last of all is Alabama's Idol as they work down the back straight. A bit over 2.5 circuits left to travel, and the leader is Waikery Gold, the tough mare. She's out by 8 metres. Second, West Texas Crude. Here comes Son of Flair making a move now from about 6th. He's quickly working forward, 3 wide around Regal Boy. Over on the inside, 5th was Georgian Flight. Then Truscott Steel, 5 metres to Sterling Kiwi making his move around Shack Attack. 10 metres to Cool Fortune, 8 metres to Jerawara. Then Last Sunset, La Cucaracha's going, but it's out 3 deep. And then Take a Moment, and about 20 metres away, Alabama's Idol. Turning into the straight, they have completed 1 lap and they've still got 2 circuits to travel. Waikery Gold in front as Son of Flair went up on the outside of it. West Texas Crude getting a nice run early on 3rd. Around it, Regal Boy in the 1-1. Sterling Kiwi's off the track 3 deep. Over on the pegs, Georgian Flight. Then in the middle, Truscott Steel. Next came Shack Attack. Leaders just slowing up a little bit, so some of the back markers are able to tack on. Cool Fortune going up 3 wide. Then came Jerawara. Next, Last Sunset. La Cucaracha's been sitting 3 wide for a fair while now, but it's taking off. And so is Take a Moment. And about 25 metres away, Alabama's Idol. So plenty of moves now. Turning into the back with 1,600 left to travel, and Waikery Gold the leader. Sterling Kiwi going up to it now. 3 wide, Cool Fortune sprinting up. And then West Texas Crude inside of Son of Flair. Then Georgian Flight, Regal Boy. 6 metres away, then a Truscott Steel, and La Cucaracha. Well, she's going to have to do it really tough tonight, this mare. She's stuck out 3 wide and has been there for a lap, and she will be for a long way yet by the looks of it. And Take a Moment Ditto is going to be 3 wide trailing her. The lead time was 1:56.8. No shortage of moves, and Sterling Kiwi has gone to the lead. Cool Fortune went up on the outside of it. Waikery Gold 3rd, then Son of Flair. La Cucaracha's allowed to run, and she's sprinting up 3 wide now. 3 back the inside was West Texas Crude. Around it, Regal Boy. Take a Moment 3 wide, tracking La Cucaracha into the race. She's moving swiftly now, the favourite, and she's going to burn them off. And La Cucaracha sprints up and goes to the lead. First quarter in 30 seconds, a lap to go. La Cucaracha led. Take a Moment's going to start working her now, so the 2 back markers are 1 and 2. 3rd, Sterling Kiwi, and they sprint up. They're pouring on the speed now. La Cucaracha, 2 metres to Take a Moment. 6 metres back to Sterling Kiwi. Cool Fortune. Last Sunset's 3 wide 5th. Then Waikery Gold, Son of Flair, Jerrawarra, West Texas, Crude Shack Attack, Georgian Flight, Regal Boy, Trustcott Steel, and Alabama's Idol. 31-2 the second quarter. La Cucaracha, she's done it tough tonight, but down the back she's cruising. 6 metres in front of Take a Moment. 6 metres away Sterling Kiwi. Then Cool Fortune. Last Sunset's giving ground. Jerrawarra went past it. Off the back straight. La Cucaracha, 5 metres in front of Take a Moment. Has he got a kick left? Then Sterling Kiwi, Jerrawarra. 29-3 the third quarter. La Cucaracha round the turn. Led 6 metres to Take a Moment. 8 metres to Sterling Kiwi and Jerrawarra. But it's La Cucaracha. She might be one of the new Scotch Notches. She's bounded away. This is a performance. This is a statement. She might be a champion. She won like a champion tonight. La Cucaracha. What an effort. La Cucaracha, brilliant. One of the best performances I've seen. Beat Take a Moment by 15 metres. Waikery Gold, great run third from Georgian Flight, Sterling Kiwi. Cool Fortune, Jerrawarra. West Texas Crude, Alabama's Idol, Trustcott Steel, Regal Boy, Son of Flair, Shack Attack, Last Sunset. Some great names that were very tired. Last quarter in 30.5. Mile rate of 24.3. Most of the way she set out 3 deep and she killed them.
She killed them all right. That was awesome. La Cucaracha, what a win that was. Take a Moment and Waikery Gold. Dino, that is one heck of a performance.
Yeah, she is. She's not a champion. She's a monster. She's absolutely blown them away there at Moonee Valley. And, well, we talk about the mighty Scotch Notch. Well, you just about have to rank her on a par with Scotch Notch even this early in her career. Outstanding win. Now, back here at Wentworth Park, runners go to the boxes for Heat 2 of the Gold Cup for the Stayers, and this is a quality lineup going around in Heat number 2. Restless Stands dominated the market from the time betting opened. You know, as a punter, I'm prepared to bet against him tonight, Restless Stand, given the fact that he's got so much ability. But I just think box number 4 is not going to do him that many favours tonight with the speed around him. Dogs for boxes. We hear the old adage, horses for courses. Well, dogs for boxes, and you've got to go with Yaroon Express here. She's a pinky specialist from box number 8. I think she's probably the value in the race at $4.50 at the moment. Very good stayer. She's won 26 races, 11 of those here at Wentworth Park, and I think she'll be right there in the thick of things from the start. Restless Stand looks the obvious danger. He's going to need luck, though, and at the short odds, I still think he's a bit of a risk. Jedi Lightsaber's in tremendous form since coming back from that career-threatening injury over a year ago when he broke his hock. In fact, he went out at Traralgon on Monday and set a new track record, so there's nothing wrong with his form, and he recently won the Maidment Memorial in Victoria. And talk about comeback greyhounds, well, Valley Cowgirl is certainly that. Off box number 1, she's a Sydney Cup winner. She's had about 3 or 4 runs back from a long spell, now trained by Simon Barker, who put the polish on Ostie's Joker, a recent greyhound of the year in Victoria, and I think she can sneak into the first 4 for us here in race number 6. As they head to the boxes, I'm going Yaroon Express number 8 over 4, 5 and 1. Of course, the other heat produced a new track record. If you missed the results, Slick Appeal going 42.34, running new course figures in the first heat. Righto, we saw wonderful performance at Moonee Valley by La Cucaracha. Let's head to Moonee Valley now and join Adam Hamilton.
Oh, mate, this phone. Grab that, Chris.
We're here at Moonee Valley with Sam Christou, part owner of this mighty mare La Cucaracha. That was stunning tonight.
I can't believe what she just did, mate. Can you believe that?
Oh, it's incredible. I mean, take a moment. The Inter-Dominion champion was there with her on the home turn. Next minute, she's gone into another gear.
Oh, she just keeps getting better and better. I just don't know where we're going to go with her, mate. I'm just blessed. I thank God. And Jack Moore, if you're up there, I thank you.
All right, let's go back to Sky, to Wentworth Park with Paul Ambrosoli.
And Pine, I'm a Duke ready. The green light is through. The money is set in motion. They're about to jump in race 6 out of Wentworth Park, second heat of the NCA Gold Cup. They're set. Ready and racing. Good line away. Outrageous Angel and Restless Stand began in a hurry. Nicely out was Yeroon Express, followed by Naiad Power. Next the outside, Jedi Lightsaber, Valley Cowgirl. Well back in the race, I'm a Duke, Lone Pine the tail ender. There goes Stand to the lead down the running the first time. It's Restless Stand, 3 on Outrageous Angel, 5 lengths away, Naiad Power. Yeroon Express dropped back. I'm a Duke went past it. Next in the race, Valley Cowgirl, Jedi Lightsaber and the tail ender, Lone Pine. The leader is Restless Stand down the back. His breakers 6, 7 or 8 lengths now over Outrageous Angel, which is running a gallant second. I'm a Duke third from Naiad Power, Valley Cowgirl as they turn from Yeroon Express, but in front Restless Stand. It's all Stand. Restless Stand's going to win by 4 or 5 lengths. Second Outrageous Angel, a game performance, and third Valley Cowgirl, followed by I'm a Duke, Yeroon Express, Jedi Lightsaber, Lone Pine and Naiad Power was the tail ender.
Okay, we're here at Moonee Valley with Kieran Gath after the win of La Cucaracha. Kieran, that's got to be one of your great moments.
Yeah, well, Adam, it was. I thought I was in a bit of trouble, stuck out there. I couldn't go forward and I couldn't really go back because Anthony got in front of me then. So I stayed out there and they did slow eventually.
You had to use that big weapon of hers, the speed, to take the lead. That was a decisive move.
Yeah, it was. I didn't expect to get the front, but she sort of swished around once she got into the straight and I had a little go for it and she got there quite nice. And I was a bit more confident after that, but she's gone super tonight, Adam.
Okay, now, well, you've driven Night Pistol. Now you've got another champion trotter you're involved with.
I have, but I've been very lucky in that way.
What about overseas? Night Pistol won over in Europe. Could it be possible?
You never know. They're going to take notice of her now. She may be invited, you never know. So I think she's good enough to go.
Bring on the Inter-Dominion?
Yeah, that's it. That's her next aim. So next week here, I think, and then into.
Hard to ever compare a horse to Night Pistol in your eyes. She's so different, but she's got the potential to do the things he did.
Yeah, she has. Like you said, they're so different, but similar in some ways. So, you know, he'll always be my favourite trotter, and she's catching up now, but he's still very special to me.
Good on you. Congratulations, Kieran. Big moment for both you and Andy. Thanks. Let's go to Albion Park.
21.38 metres the trip. Smoky D the favourite.
4 and 8.
You're going to get tremendous value. Grimby Pete, number 1's in fine form. He's won 14 of his 36 starts. He's in great form. Look, I'm going to stick with him off box number 1. I think he is the one to beat. Nautical Bill, a very fast dog. He's going to need some luck from box 8. I think we're about to... Look, let's go to Sam at Moonee Valley, then we'll come back to Wentworth Park.
Thank you, Dean. Looking forward to the derby there. Just having a look at Moonee Valley Race 7. We witnessed La Cucaracha obviously just before, and she was awesome. We'll talk more about her later. The total odds that you can see for Moonee Valley are very comparable to what the bookies are prepared to give you. Odds on Holmes DG and has firmed up. Expect the $1.90 currently on the tote to trim up just a little bit. Janelle's Son, $4.20, $4.50 now on the tote. A little bit shorter with the bookies, but not by much. And then we go out to Living Angel and Home for Christmas. Adam's selection's about to appear on your screen. I can tell you that number 5, Home for Christmas last week, it was a real eye-catching run. Not in Adam's top 4, but I've got to say, certainly at $7.80 on the tote, I could have something easily on Home for Christmas. Let's head back to Dean. That's the latest at Moonee Valley.
Righto. Okay, Sam, thank you. Now arriving beside the box is Wentworth Park here for the derby. Let's go back to the tips here. 1-8. I've thrown in number 4 for third Magic Hand. Richie Dean by Henry Hand, who won a national derby himself. So Richie certainly knows what it takes to win a race, and a proven smoky. In fact, let's get them round the right way. 1, 8, 5 and 4. 1, 8, 5 and 4, my selections for the derby. And they are beside the boxes. In fact, they're moving across. Arizona Raiders at pretty big odds. Medina, who I think will assist with the early speed, at around $13. Waterview Star we haven't mentioned. He's a fine young galloper, but he is awkwardly drawn in box 6. He'll probably need to lead to be able to win. And Black Gendarme was a semi-final winner last week at big odds, and well, punters have got short memories, yours truly included, and he's going around at $18. $2.40 for Grimby Pete, $2.70 Nautical Bill. Reminder, the box draw for the Gold Cup final run here next week will be conducted after race number 9. Let's go to Paul Ambrosoli now for the National Derby of year 2002.
To Sydney Shower Screens National Derby final set ready, racing, and Medina flew out of the boxes. Quickly away Magic Hand, Nautical Bill, moving up as Grimby Pete. They were followed by Black Gendarme, Waterview Star. Well back in the race now was Proven Smoky and Magic